it's not an accident that all pro sports have recovery days. They have time off. There's an insider training secret I'll tell you guys. Don't tell anybody else.
It's only exclusive right here on the show, folks.
If I beat you up for 8 to 10 weeks, we work out, do all of this stuff, man. I'm a super core guy. I have athletes in the past call me Mr. Push-Up. We're going to do push-ups, sit-ups, and bodyweight squats. We're going to use a lot of stretch bands, which is strength as well as flexibility. But we do that for, say, 6 to 10 weeks, a couple times a week. So we got 12, 14, 18 sessions in there. If you have a competition the following Friday, and so this is Friday, so next Friday you have a competition. Here's what we're going to do for the next 3 days to get you ready for your competition, for your combine, for your baseball showcase, for your soccer showcase. We're not going to do anything. Do not tell anybody else I said that. Because what happens is I beat you up for 8, 10, 12 weeks. Now I'm allowing the muscles to recover, and they will be quicker, faster, and stronger if we allow them to recover. So I would run faster in a 4x1 at a league championship and then not do anything for 3 to 4 days and get ready for the district championship, and we break a record. Wow. Newspaper radio guy said, how did they run faster in like 7 days? What'd you do? Nothing. No, really, what'd you do? We didn't do anything. Did a little jogging, a little stretching, laughed, made fun of people. Just that kind of,
yeah.
We didn't do anything. So the insider training secret, the take with stuff, is recovery. And I say that 8 to 21-year-olds are not stopping.
No.
They're playing sport to sport to sport to sport to sport. Sometimes 3 sports in one season. You can tell them they're the ones walking around on crutches or their legs are hurt because they're doing more. Recovery is an insider training secret. There you have it. You got an exclusive here live.
Yeah. Well, not only, coach, are these kids not recovering, like you said, one thing I learned from you, one of the biggest things was hydration. And I remember we used to do 4 or 5 bottles of water during the day before practice or game, whatever. Gatorade, play, practice, perform. After practice, chocolate milk, low fat, just replenish. You want to touch on that real briefly? I think hydration is something. A lot of these kids now, coach, not only are they playing too much, but I watch what they're drinking energy drinks. They're, chugging a bunch high sugar drinks nonstop, no water, pop constantly. I'm like, that's part of recovery as well, is not only before and after, or before and during, but after as well.
I learned a thing I call the hydration circle. Sports, way back in the day, the real day, the pediatricians wanted kids to consume half their body weight in ounces of water. So you got a 9th grade boy who weighs 140 pounds. He's supposed to drink 70 ounces of water. Sports medicine people are like, man, that's a lot of water. We need water, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the sports people start saying, you know what? Back when I played in high school and college at Eastern Ohio State, the bottles were like 12 ounces. Now they're like 16.9 or something. So they said, hey, what you do is you just sip on this water all day. Just sip, 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 sip. And by that way, you're getting about 30 some ounces of water in. You're going to do 2 or 3 bottles in a school day to get to. That's plenty of water. But here's the bigger issue. Water will not keep you in the game. Water is good. We need water. There's a lot of stuff in water. But water will not keep you in the game when it's 97 degrees on turf, which feels like 120.
15 degrees hotter.
Yeah. And you've been out there for 5 hours. And, you're cooking, man. You could see the heat coming off the surface. So now you need a sport beverage of some kind. You need some protein, carbohydrates. You need electrolytes.
Mm-hmm.
We're sweating out sugar. We're sweating out fat. We're sweating out protein. So we need to make those things recover. That's where your sport beverage comes in. So we get some water in us. We get the electrolytes from a sport beverage. And when it's over, low-fat chocolate, low-fat strawberry milk. It's like super recovery beverage.
Yeah.
And it tastes good, as long as you're not lactose intolerant. You can go and get that fancy one for like $5 a bottle, or you can get the store brand for $2. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't have a cute little picture on it. So I used to tell my kids, I just got this fancy one here. I just opened it. I didn't drink it. Here you go. I got the one for $1 and I just poured it in that bottle. But so we got to get that cycle going. And it actually, in 3 to 10 days, you just feel better.
Right.
You know, those energy drinks scare me. I call them a heart attack in a can. I don't know why people want to suck those things down. They had all of these issues with those things for over decades. But we don't need to be bothering with that stuff. But water, sport beverage, low-fat chocolate, low-fat strawberry milk. In fact, I think now about 70 schools have a banner hanging in their gym. Refuel, low-fat chocolate, low-fat strawberry milk. About 20 years ago, I had the lady that started that coming from Columbus, coming to Akron to train with me 3 days a week. I met her at the state track and field meet, and I don't know why, but I went over to her little booth at the state meet, had some kids in the state meet, and she just started talking about working out and training. Never saw her before in my life. And we kept talking. She says, I'm the director of, I forget what they called it. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I coach track and field and train athletes. And she goes, really? She showed me a picture of herself. She lost like 70 pounds. I'm like, that's phenomenal. And we talked about the benefits of refueling with low-fat chocolate and low-fat strawberry milk. Turns out she shows up in Akron to train with me and about 12 kids about 8 times. Of course, she brought us some free milk, so that was cool. But
that's pretty. I never knew that though, because those signs were actually back when I was in school. I used to see that. We had that, and we also had in the bathrooms the urine. You can scale how hydrated you are.
Yeah.
So I mean, they are a lot better with it now. At least put it in the kids' face so they see it all day.
Yeah. That's and now that's that test is still around. The urine test. You look like chocolate milk, something's wrong. You look more like lemonade, you're doing all right. Except if you live in where there's well water, where I lived for 20 years, it's like, what? Everything's brown. But, and it's just, those are the little things that make a difference. I mean, that kind of stuff, if you stay hydrated, or having coaches know that if you're practicing 11 to 1, that's probably the hottest part of June, July, and August. If the heat index is 90 and it's 95 outside, the turf probably feels like 120.
Yeah.
That's hot. That's cooking stuff. So you got to take more breaks. I've been outside training when it was literally air temperature 105. But we stopped every 6-7 minutes, and we didn't run 1,900 meters. We just, we did the exercises, we did the physical stuff, we did the short sprints, and stop. Hydrate. In fact, I got some kids that play travel baseball, and they go to Indiana, Georgia, and Texas. Oftentimes in August, the parents will text me and go, we're on our 25-minute stoppage for fluids. It's hot. And they're playing turf, playing baseball on turf. When I played baseball, I could see that ball coming like a carom at your face. But they're playing turf, and it's hot, so they're taking breaks. They're starting to get it. We're starting to kind of come around.